What's up, guys? Today we're talking all Star Wars shows that could come out in 2022, and this might be a lot more than you think, so let's get right into it. So yes, these are just rumors like the title says, but it's been leaked by some pretty valid sources that we could be getting a lot of these shows in 2022, even in the earlier parts of 2022. So the one that we know for sure that isn't a rumor is the Book of Boba Fett that comes out December 29th of this year, which is the last week of this year, and will run into 2022, probably into February-ish. And then we get into some crazy rumored stuff. So the first rumor is the Bad Batch Season 2. Some people think that it could come out after Book of Boba Fett in February, but I don't think that's enough time between February and May, and we'll get to what comes out in May in a second, but I don't think that's enough time for Bad Batch Season 2. I think it's going to need, like it spanned over like 4 months this year, so I think it's going to come out later in the summer, but we'll get to that in a second. So this show in May, I think that Star Wars is going to take a break from February until May. I think Disney's going to say, we have this gap, we're going to fill it with a Marvel show, because of course we had so many Marvel shows this year. They're not going to stop. There's still going to be Disney Plus Marvel shows coming out next year. So I think they're not going to want to overlap the Star Wars shows and the Marvel shows because they'll lose out on some fans and some money. So I think they're going to spread them out and leave some gaps for each show in between. So I think it's going to go Book of Boba Fett until February, then some Marvel show until May, and then we come to May. And I'm really hoping it's May the 4th because that is a Wednesday and that is when Disney Plus shows usually come out now. But the Obi-Wan Kenobi show is rumored to come out in May. As early as May. This is crazy. This is right around the corner. I mean, we get Book of Boba Fett, bang, 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 February, March, April, May. Boom. Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's here, and everybody is going to lose their effing mind. If you think about how big The Mandalorian was, other than Boba Fett, who was introduced recently, and Luke Skywalker, who was introduced literally at the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2, all these characters are brand new. So although this show was huge, all these characters like Grogu and Mando, they're all brand new characters. You take that to the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, you have all characters that everybody knows and loves. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, those two alone are on most of people's top 3 for Star Wars characters ever. And they're going to be in a show together possibly this May. So like I said, that one's just a rumor. It could be this May, it could be later, but it's seeming like that this is the right spot to put it, right at that May the 4th be with you time to start Obi-Wan Kenobi would be awesome. So like I said before, I think there's going to be a gap for another Marvel show in the summer, probably July, August, September. But if not, I think that's going to be where the Bad Batch Season 2 comes out. I think that's the perfect time for it. It came out this last summer and people loved it. I think if it comes out next summer, people are going to enjoy it just as much and it's going to be like the same time that it came out the last time. And I think it'll be really cool for it to come out in that July, August, September, maybe even October timeline. But if not, and they put a Marvel show there, I think Bad Batch will get pushed back to 2023. I think there's more important things coming up that are Mando Season 3, Andor, Ahsoka show. I think all those people might want to see more than the animated Bad Batch Season 2 show. That's just me. So if it is a Marvel show in that July, August, September range, I think come September, we're going to get the Andor show. I think this show is coming in completely underrated. I think people are underestimating this show completely. Think about how great Rogue One was. Rogue One was awesome. I mean, The Force Awakens just came out. People were like, boom, Star Wars back, let's do it again. Rogue One was awesome. Right before the original trilogy, fills in the gap of how did they get the Death Star plans, and gave us some great characters, and one of them was Cassian Andor, and now we're getting a show on him, and it's going to be cool. Also, there's been leaks saying that we're going to see some characters that we've seen before in Andor. This could be Darth Vader. Again, we could be seeing Darth Vader twice in 1 year. Darth Vader. It could be anyone your heart desires. It could be Maul. Oh, if we see Maul. It could be Maul. Maul's one of my favorite characters. It could be Ahsoka. Obviously, we know that she helped with the Rebels for a while. It could be Ezra Bridger because we're going to see him in Ahsoka show. It could be any of these Rebels that are alive at the time frame we could see. So I think 2022 is going to end the same way 2021 is going to end. 2021 is going to end with Hawkeye from November to December, and then the Book of Boba Fett at the end of December into next year. I think that this is how 2022 is going to end with a Marvel show from November to December, and then Mando Season 3 starting at the end of December going into 2023. Obviously, Mando Season 3, people have been waiting for it since the appearance of Luke Skywalker at the end of Mando Season 2, which was over a year ago now. which is kind of crazy. We won't be getting Mando Season 3 for at least 2 years, which people would usually complain about, but we're getting so much more content next year that nobody really seems to care. Obviously, we want to see Mando, and we want to see Mando Season 3, but I'm sure we'll see Mando in Book of Boba Fett, and I'm sure we'll get enough Mando in that show that people won't miss him all that much. It's this guy that people are going to miss. Obviously, we probably will see Grogu come back in Mando Season 3, if not Book of Boba Fett, but I'm sure this character is not going anywhere. I can guarantee you that much. So that's how I think 2022 is going to go. I think it's going to go Book of Boba Fett until February, gap for Marvel show. Obi-Wan Kenobi from May until July, gap for Marvel show. September to November is going to be Andor, gap for Marvel show, and then we'll end the year off with Mando Season 3 going into the next year. So obviously this is going to be the most Star Wars content we've gotten in 1 year ever. I mean, the trilogies always came out years apart, and the only time we ever really came close to this was in 2019 to 2020 when we had Rise of Skywalker, Mando Season 1, Mando Season 2, and The Clone Wars Season 7. But those were in 2 years, and we're kind of far apart. So we've never really had this much Star Wars content in 1 year, so it is going to be epic. And I will be covering all of it. So if you like this content, if you like this video, please give me a like right there. And if you want to see more, please hit that subscribe and that bell. Thank you guys so much, and may the Force be with you always.